Okay, so if you're using Claude for coding, you've definitely seen this thing pop up, right? That little .claude folder in your project root? But what if I told you that hidden inside that folder is the secret key, the thing that lets you make your AI assistant behave exactly the way you and your team want? Well, today, we're going to open it up and take a look inside your AI's control center.
Yeah, for most of us, that folder is a total black box. We know it's there, we just don't touch it. And look, that's a huge missed opportunity. You're leaving so much power on the table to really customize and speed up your entire workflow.
So in this explainer, we're going to change all that. First, we'll dig into why this folder is basically your AI's command center. Then we'll talk about a super important split, team versus personal setups. After that, we get to the fun stuff, power-ups like custom commands and skills. We'll also touch on some advanced controls like agents and permissions. And to wrap it all up, I'll give you a simple 5-step plan to get you started.
All right, let's dive in. First things first, we need to completely change how we think about this folder. It is not just some random config directory. No, it's the place where you can literally embed your project's DNA right into your AI assistant.
I mean, think about it. This folder is where you put everything. All the instructions, your custom commands, security rules. You could even call it the AI's memory for your project. This is how you go from a generic off-the-shelf coding assistant to one that actually gets your architecture, your team's coding style, and all those unique workflows you have.
Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting. Did you know there isn't just one .claude folder? Nope, there are actually two, and knowing the difference between them, well, that's the absolute foundation for making any of this work.
And this really breaks it down perfectly. You've got two of them. The first one is in your project folder. That one's for the whole team. You commit it to Git so everybody stays on the same page. Then you've got another one in your global home directory. That one is just for you. It's for your personal shortcuts, your little tweaks, and you never, ever commit it. So you can think of it like this. The project folder gives you team-wide consistency, right? And the global folder gives you personal freedom. But here's the magic. Both of them get loaded together in every single session. So you get the team rules combined with your own individual style. Best of both worlds. Okay, if there's one file you remember from this whole thing, make it this one, CLAUDE.md. Seriously, this is the master blueprint for your AI. The moment you start a session, Claude reads this file and crams it right into its system prompt. It's simple, really. Whatever you write in here, Claude is going to follow it.
But wait, it's not just one file. It's actually a system of layers that all stack on top of each other. And the order, the priority, is everything. The system starts with a base policy, then it loads your global preferences, then the team's project rules from the repo, and right at the very top, that's where your personal tweaks sit.
So let's break down that loading order. It's a pretty simple hierarchy. It starts with the managed org-wide policy that you can't override. Then come your global preferences from your home directory. After that, the team instructions from the project's CLAUDE.md. And then, finally, your personal tweaks from a special file called CLAUDE.localmd get applied. And because they're last, they get the final say, if there's any conflict.
So what do you actually put in this file? You want the critical, bite-sized stuff. Things like your main build, test, and lint commands. Key architectural decisions, the we always use X for Y kind of rules. Import conventions, naming patterns, even the folder structure. What you don't want is to just dump your entire documentation in there or write long paragraphs explaining the theory behind something. Keep it tight. A good rule of thumb, try to keep it under 200 lines. That usually gives you the best results.
Okay, so once you've laid down the law with Claude.md, it is time to give your AI some actual superpowers. This is where we get to build custom tools and workflows that are totally unique to your project. And this is just so cool. You can create your very own / commands just by dropping a markdown file into the commands folder. That's it. The file name becomes the name of your command. And the secret sauce, you see it right there, is that @backtick syntax. That lets you run a shell command like git diff, and it pipes the output straight to Claude. It gives it instant context on what's changed. Now, taking that a step further, we have skills. And look, commands and skills might sound similar, but there's one huge difference: how they're triggered. A command, well, you have to trigger it manually by typing it. But a skill? A skill is a workflow that Claude can decide to use all by itself automatically, whenever it thinks the time is right.
Basically, a skill is a smart, automated workflow. So if you say something to Claude like, hey, can you review this file for security issues, it can look through its skills,
find one that matches, and then just run that whole workflow on its own. And here's another key difference. Unlike commands, skills are like little packages. They can bundle supporting files with them, like a detailed PDF on your company's security guidelines.
All right, let's kick it up a notch. We're getting into the real power user stuff now. We're going to talk about how to manage really complex tasks with specialized agents and how to lock down your project's security. So what's an agent? Think of it like a specialist you can call in for a specific job. Let's say you need a really deep, complex code review. Instead of having all that back and forth cluttering up your main chat, Claude can spin up a dedicated code reviewer subagent. It gets its own little workspace, does all the messy, heavy lifting, and then just reports back to the main chat with a final summary. It keeps your primary conversation super clean and focused.
Now, obviously, giving an AI the power to run commands on your machine, that can be a little scary, right? And that is exactly what settings.json is for. This file is your security guardrail. It's your control panel where you define very clearly what Claude is allowed to do and, more importantly, what it's not allowed to do.
It's pretty straightforward. You've got an allow list for safe commands you're okay with Claude running anytime, no questions asked, like, say, npm run test. Then you have a deny list, where you block the dangerous stuff completely. Things like rm-rf or trying to read your .env file. And if a command isn't on either list, Claude will always pop up and ask for your permission before it does anything. It's a fantastic safety net.
Okay, I know that was a ton of information. So you might be thinking, where do I even start? Don't worry. Let's walk through a super simple 5-step game plan to get you up and running.
Here are 5 steps that I found work really well. Number 1, just start simple. Run the /init command, and it'll generate a starter /CLAUDE.md for you. Step 2, right away add a settings.json file with some basic allow and deny rules. Just get those guardrails in place. Third, think about what you do all the time and create 1 or 2 custom commands for those common workflows. Then later, as your project gets bigger, you can start splitting that big CLAUDE.md into smaller files in a rules directory. And finally, number 5, don't forget to set up your global //Claude/Claude.md for all your personal preferences.
Really, the main takeaway here is don't try to build the perfect, massive configuration on day one. Just start small and then refine it as you go. You should treat your .claude folder just like any other piece of critical infrastructure in your project, because I promise you, any work you put into it up front is going to pay you back in productivity every single day.
So if you walk away from this and only do one thing, please make it this. Focus on your CLAUDE.md file. It is without a doubt the highest leverage file in this entire system. If you get that one file right, you are 90% of the way there. You'll have an AI assistant that actually gets your project. Everything else we talked about, that's just the icing on the cake.